Hi guys, this is your girl Lerato Mongaike, aka Mama Kakazimla. This is Sonolo podcast and I'm joined by the lovely Raimi Strings from Dark City. But no, look at Dark City or somewhere around Pusonsburg. Hi Ray.
Hi Stando.
Oh Chapela.
Hi Shabu Sister Sonolo.
Relax man, it's been long since Happy waiting the hot seats.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you just introduce yourself again?
Okay. Many people knows me as Remix Strings because of all the social media. But now, my name go la reteng selo se sa lona se go Pretoria. Pretoria ke rekodile Thabiso Macheoane Sonolo. So na gantsi ke rata go raba batho ke rena I'm son of the soil because of I was born right here mo Pusonsburg and grew up po plekeng le bitso ba re ke Madimbo go ko North West. So for that makes me gore ke son of the soil. Wherever the sun set for me e go lapeng. So that makes me the son of the soil. Yeah.
Amen to that. Sorry, today is how can I put this? You are like a chameleon. When we give you sports, you're there. Hiking, you are there. Acting, you are there. Singing, you are there. A lot of things. But today, specifically, we are not going to talk about Today, we are going to address something that once happened to him and rishulalelwa yang and disappointiwa yang ke molao. So Ray, can you please tell us what happened to you in 2021?
Yo, 2021. Check my sister, like you are saying, I'm like a chameleon. I'm doing a lot of things, and for that, I see myself as someone working about an activist, so a social activist.
Nice.
I'm always looking at how do we solve the problems in our zone. So to share what happened to me in 2021, it's something it's many people see it as something light, but it left a lifetime mark, which is a trauma. 2021 on the 29th of January, I was rocked. It was daylight, just more. And I was robbed by boys that I know. One of those boys is Dark City.
That's painful. Bro.
So when that happened, man, I was just calm. I was like, and then they took my things. So I did not panic, and then I find help from this other guy, which I won't name for now because of the cases that things are on. Check. I was just robbed now, but I know those boys. I don't know. Check. I also know them. I can help you. I am working for this organization. I want to go somewhere now. There's somewhere where I can get help because of. I was not far away from Sibilo. And then sister guest house. So it's not far from the robot from Sibilo. Because he's one of the people that I know. I think she can help. I can't remember because but I and then and then the mother said, no man, she's not here. Explain to Mama, this was just happened to me now, and I'm working with Mickey then. And then at the Afunila Amos, only to find Amos was just around the corner. Within less than a minute, Amos I explain to say, hey, Amos, I've just been robbed now. Like this boy is sharp. So this guy that I found where the thing happened knows the spot where these boys are always around. So now I have access to transporter and the person that can point out. Sharp got into the buggy. It was me, Amos Ombili. I think Ombili. And then Limfana we went to all the spots. The first spot was Koma Rico Ponko sharp. The second spot na ko White City. It was 2 spots. Ko White City next to Katenka, the other one that side ila ko Itire. Sharp. Areba kriba fana. Before we went to White City, along the way, rakopana lo E1 during the robbery, because I was like looking at them. Okay, so. So this one from Dark City grabbed me by my throat, of which I think it left. It damaged my vocal cord because I'm a singer, right? He grabbed me by the throat. This boy, Wako Dark City. He goes by the name of Tita. Ibelelo Moses, sharp. Krente. So on our way to White City, here's one of them, the rest of the way these boys are high in drugs. Now, after 30 seconds, how easy. Because when we stopped, he wondered what's going on. He recognized me by the color of my t-shirt. Koena Owen is the one that took the money because of. With me, I had 4,000. 4,000. And I remember the mother of my child, when she gave me that money, she said to me, this is our last money for the month. Material for Shinti. Yes, if now I'm a very, I'm a very disciplined person. And now when that money was taken, those words came back to say, this is the last money for the month. We don't have food. But Mudimo Umoholola, let me tell you.
Always.
The money was the first thing that I recovered from everything.
Amen.
Because we found this boy who got the money. And then Israel Bonam Fana O, Rastopa, and we get out. In front of him, to realize this guy is the one that we just robbed now. And then, see Eggy, he ran away. He goes by the name of Vai Gams. He ran away, Mustasi Road. And then we followed him. About double up at Senaka from Stasi Road at Senaka Kamo Stratensis site Afila in town.
Okay.
And then we went around to Harikenakam. We found him on the street. The way I had within seconds. So we chased him, and then he met with this guy that shows us the spot.
Yeah.
Behind Shinti Yatemo Dablapinda. He gave this guy the money. The money was 2,800 from 4,000, meaning 1,200. Because when the guy said, no, he ran away, gave me the money. He counted the money, which was the first lead to say we are on the right track. Sharp. 2.8. We said, Neman, now we went around to, and then on that side here, whole new town, and then that's where Amos stays. We went back again. So going back, the Bravo side, Kamo Musi Street, coming from Newtown side, Ratanaka Musi Street, around Musi Street. So refita Fia Newtown on our right hand side.
Yeah.
Because of at our first stop when we looked for them, they were not there. But now when we went second time, they were there. Remember, we found the one with the money. Now all of them were there. We stopped from Musi Strat. To say some parents are useless. More especially those who benefit from the crime. All those people, I'm sorry to say this because of I've respect for humanity. But I mean, 1 year old. Already. Is this one on anything? Point out. Remember, mo baking yaka in laptop, bankilo phone, tablet, the ID, alles. And then all came out from the house to say, guys, because he knew what happened.
Yeah.
And then it was already obvious to say, this guy is by 8. Now, they splitted my things. In the house, le laptop, le tablet. Come on next door, ya ting go dula Basotho. Go tswa phone ya ka. Already ba ntse di SIM card, le memory card was still on the phone. Everything was so fast to a point where everything was intact. The memory card. The only thing that was missing was my SIM card. Okay. The memory card was still on the tablet and the phone. Idea ka create di chica di create di karta ka di create. Only my certificate and the papers was missing. Of which but since ko maranting ko ba dila tletse ko teng da. Right? That okay got my things inside their bag. Gona le GCA one ya bone enkga. And ebe ke re jerisi ke ga manje ke re ke go le lawyer ka o wa bona ka batla mala. Ge o se go di a ka ba tsone. Sharp. Let me tell you something. Trauma is a very funny thing. Their smell was left in my bag. So whenever I get that smell, the memory will come back. Okay, sharp. So I made calls, remember. During all this thing, I made calls. You want to say, I'm living with very dangerous people. I made calls to some of the people that I live with and work with, who are based more in town, Bichoko, Postdin. The other guys from Postdin, but let me tell you, I won't name people. Because I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous. And I'm living with people who are dangerous. So these guys from Postdini Batlaga, the other one at Sena, no, for the things that you not recover, let's go to the police station and open a case. Yeah. Because we know these guys. On our way to the police station, we came across them. So I was driving with these guys from Postdini. So these other guys, it was 4 guys. I was the first one in the car. Was like, he saw gums by. He said, die veel hard, die fucking dung was gevraagd bij die school en ik kom voor Joe. We stopped the car, I don't and everything started again. And I'm relaxed. And I'm busy in town. So they ran away. We went back into the car. Rakenako police station. We are still with this guy who showed at the spot when we went to the police station. He said, I'm willing to help you with everything, and I'm willing to go to the police also to share my statement, to be the witness. Grand, sharp. Now, this guy. On a lesha, on a on California. Which one? And this guy owns a bunch of the sport. I came to police station. The police station, we waited for a few minutes and then they called me in. And then any lady called my just sending me a hare. But I think he's retired now. So he called this guy by his name. And then I explained to him. So while we were waiting, this guy on California, the one that showed us the spot and to get to these guys. He said, because I had 2.8 with me, and I was like, after everything, I was going to thank him because he helped me a lot. Understand? And then while we were still waiting to be called forward, let me tell you something, Lebone. I'm a spiritual person. Something told me to say, what if this guy never comes back? Yeah. I gave him 200 rand. Out of 2.8. 200 rand. So now I never cared about what is left here, and because of there will be an evidence. Sharp, I gave him 200 rand to say he's coming back. Something told me, what if he doesn't come? And then we get, sharp, what's up, boy, man? Granted, this thing's under control. I gave him, he never came back. Sorry. I gave my statement, I opened my case on the 29th of December 2021. It was on a Friday. Okay. I still remember the day. Sharp, Kabula case, I found a statement, case number. I then went home and then they explained to me, you'll be called to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The following day, the officer who was standby called me again on a Saturday to come and listen to my story. I gave another statement just to rectify the statement and everything. Yeah. Sharp. Statement everything went on. On a Monday, I think it was the 29th, 30, 31, on the 1st of February. they called me again to say, you must go and visit these guys again. To say, our police are under attack. Our police are under danger. Because you know what? Maponesa Arona will come, give me an example. At your home, your family member, let's say your brother, is a criminal. Abakena kwa, ki maponesa ba mola ba remona. To talk about let's make example, bro ha ke thapelo. And if your brother is a thapelo, I'm sorry to use that name. You know, ke thapelo. E mara to talk about thapelo, ke suspect ya 1 2 3 4 5. And then hona le hore le bile mo fatshe. Le lwantsha maponesa. So our first stop on that Monday, ra ko Maroikopong. Re lo batla vai, re lo batla dita, re lo batla and this other hona ba mitsa ba re batjhang. Okay. Ha re tsena ko Maroikopong. Ene le nna Bongse Sekwe le magape Bongse, and this guy o la thunya tlhokafala. His name was Cooper. The four of us. May he so rest in peace. Now, the guys were not armed because I'm not saying to him. They were going to this guy and then they collect him. Me and the police, 4 guys, must be there. We were attacked. We had to stand like this. They had to call Buggy for backup. Immediately, only to find the Buggy was just around the vicinity in town. And then they arrived. So everything went down. During this vow, they were making the guys to exit on the other side of the house. Boom! Because this is the room. Mama had a late passing. About 6. They still say, "Antar no, we still you go one whisper to say, they're all right." But Docha, I clear back up. No one is in the house. So we went to the police station, and then during that, we will call you back. What our agreement was, I'm gonna come back to them on the following week. Only to find Horkoper during that week after that Monday. The Friday something happened to him. That incident all that stuff. I gave them space, the police, to say they must mourn their fellow colleague and all that stuff. Sharp. To cut a long story short, nothing happened to that case. Hey, man. And the last time I saw the docket at 2021 was that Saturday. And I was given the investigation officer's name to say, I want to protect people's name because of I fought with the police left, right, and center. Up until now, I'm still fighting.
I know.
But you know, and Bamfali to say, this guy is having your case. Nothing happened. Okay, sharp. I ended up, I start now, this is why I started to pick up ordinary depression. Depression is very funny, my sister. Very funny. Because everything about me changed. At work, delivering class, only to find the person that I was working under was looking at me, and this guy, something that can do it in a minute, it takes him an hour. Something that can do it in an hour takes him the whole day. Something that can do in a day takes him the whole week. And then one day he came to me and said, Emon, I think you are having a problem, Emon. You need to go and see social worker. You know, and only to find after realizing seriously he could pick up. After the incident, I was having nightmares every time I was being chased. Trauma kicked in. Now I don't panic immediately. My panic comes after everything. So only to find at night I was having nightmares. I will be fighting in my sleep. So let me name this person, Mr. Alistair David. I was working under him. He came to me and said, Thabiso, check man. This day is you are acting funny. Sharp, check. My wife is a social worker.
Yeah.
Go and see him. Maybe he will help you. I went to his wife, who is Ma David, Ronwen David.
Yeah.
I can't go to Ronwen. I'm having this problem. And then says Ronwen referred me to FAMSA. FAMSA, I started my counseling Ntole bone, and then my counseling routinely bone, and then we broke down to the story. And then that's way back now I could pick up to say, that thing, it was something small that happened. How it happened, it wasn't that dramatic, but it affected me very bad. Sharp, I attended counseling, I started to accept myself, but things did not go the way of FAMSA because of my story was so traumatic and sad to a point where even the social worker was touched. So picking that up to say, my story is also traumatizing the person that is supposed to help me. I stopped, and then because of she also went to work somewhere, right? I started to develop a way of coping on my own. 2021, right? And then 2022, I became again a victim of crime. Remember, with this case, nothing happened. Nothing is happening. I'm not like as I follow up. Like as I follow up at your police station. Koko dumela, can you kopa obota Officer Mama Koka receiving my case to ask. And I remember one day I found him and he said this to me. Emona, and jokingly so. Sometimes you can make a joke, but only to find out that thing is it that. Man kaya wena man, di din ako man, kita ko bulelay duty and what is if case ako important to kaya case tigi.
Yo,
Eddie Buddha, I can similar man. Let me leave this guy.
Yeah.
I developed a way of coping with this thing. I made peace with these boys.
Then you try to move on.
I started to a fear of moving at other routes. Sharp. Now, Tita, you don't believe 2022 ko itsagalang. Tita gimgimle ka maraka rek dito ta khokri. Emon na I'm a very spiritual person. Tita was attacked by his own gang. You know why that happened? It's because of Ilega Bolimu Jimuleba Dimubaka to say, but it's example like because of how can you rob me in
Yeah.
Because of if only told you or by Ziti or Copanalina Tamil or ever to check a Niman, it is Tamil is one of the person that knows one of us. Marni can grip like a moment. He nearly killed me. Even I was suffocating feet.
Maybe I was suffocating.
Okay, now but let me tell you something. Karma is a beach, like they say.
Language.
2022, 2022, around February. So Tita around 2021, around November, December, his own gang attacked him. They dislocated his waist. His hips. He's now disabled. Ke scrape no. Le mabani busu ke moni ke tswa mabani tswa go jarting. Khono ke scrape no. And I don't give a fuck because of apart from me, how many people have they heard? He deserves what he's suffering with now. Ka 2022 February ka mo create Tita ko Dark City. Mo tax shop ke lo reka go Josida.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna on scare o setsa somolo tso go la gage is if wa
crasher like
no crasher. What does that do to me? One intimidator. There's an intimidation na gore ke ne you want to make a move ke go tlhaba.
Yeah.
So ke nang kan ke na harda gat. Ke rente go intimidator na re ke le bitso mo tirileng. He can no longer run or crank track. And let me tell you something about this Nyaupe boys. Before kin hooter sa lar tuop. Bukamor sa dia mata tsi. E dia taboga. Shapo. So ha ke tswa abatsena in a dark space, in a dark humusiyo.
Yeah.
He walked to this dark place and he lo fita da. And I was like, what if he steps me in this dark space? Humusiyo, no one is in the street. Biki me music remana tla ka wena o busy ka something. En o tlonyela. I be ha go ga ka lavi. I kena go jarting mama o nang thumile cigarette. So wa bona man, the person that left here is not the person that arrives here. And one person Thabiso King, and now what on le girlfriend tag. Now they can see, man, this person, something happened. So I just dropped the things and went to my room. I got myself armed. I won't tell you I got myself armed with what. Kanka light, kanka plastic zoro, and I got myself armed. It's dark. I went in the street, karaka torch, he's not there. I walked, come check, come say tira mabitla ele. Because we almost started something come lele. And then I don't find him. I went back home. I came out again. Coming out though, he came, it was after a few minutes. I said, okay, because of now we're leaving Mountain View.
Yeah.
Go Dark City. So we need to leave. Leaving, going to
Mountain View.
In the dark. Let me tell you something.
In Dark City is dark.
Yeah, it's dark. When I'm under attack, all my senses become active. In the dark, I was, Koharona is on the downside of the street.
Yeah, I know.
So I tell him, Jabona man, come kill Bida. Something white. He was wearing a yellowish t-shirt, Sakija Chiefs. So something yellow at night, it was white.
Yeah.
Kamara the girlfriend I'm criminal check Motaro night you to be light. Kylie. You know, after that night I'm like, how did you see? Let me tell you, when I'm under attack, all my senses are working. All my senses. The lighting on top of him, I was like sharp. He came and we went. So because he cannot run. I did not enter because again my senses are active to say people can turn against you. But and I'm going to tell you because of Nalavi, I am a former crime fighter. Because of being a crime fighter, we were helping people as the very same people that we were helping turned against us. So now when this boy went into this Yataha Simaditens, he with respect. And then Aba Jampela Kakomaraho on the other street of Wishiko Kako Chasey. And I went around the street. I get the Nakadaso, Abazan Wajaraka Chasey kill a gate, Hobby more past 9. Hey Chasey, when I motor Majaraka Hokim Matan. He wrote my beans and hey Chasey, that's Iman Abad. How about you? RJ Mark for Hurtman Makaki chasing me. Hey, forget majority. Aba Jampela had on that side. I went around the street. So I get an Akadaso, Simaditens, so he able to drink Simaditens, one more taking Matamajarkin, how to go for Omonte. Simaditens Kimotuan, watch who did and a torch. So only by Hiriba, so I recruit man check on taking Matani, and I got what's a majority. But everything I get is most attractive because I get a danger come so majority and motocamoso matati. Rente Mole Bam Mona, Ohana Hoki. About Tolela Kamo happy on the other side, but at the back opposite. Koho CDK lady.
Yeah.
CDK lady, Kipotaka Kohe. Now CDK lady is having this big dog. But now, the funny thing that night, the dog was not there. But I'm wondering, man, this dog is not barking. How can this boy enter there? Because the dog will make things busy. The hotel will be busy. But now, CDK lady ha out. CDK lady. When I'm going to Mata, Mambuti. Because of the CDK lady is big, so you cannot see at the back. Okay, sharp. But only to find out that night CDK lady nali wanili and analo. So after I left, I give up. This bastard came out. So when I picked it up, he was CDK someone. Bon le botsi le sala bana busy aba tsa sidikile ba founela bana ba gage bana ba sidikile di abatla go tle pele gore aba founela o motong ka le mang tu I think tumelo it's not around Buchok aba founela ba Buchok to say guys mama re ka rotsene le go dira there's something there o mo fight with Louis mos the tall one ona sidikile Louis ka rona le around ona le mo roundonda Louis was the first one to arrive control. So when we took my mother back to Hawaii, now we are now giving up on searching for this guy. Don't about tobacco. Kira girlfriend tamu kira yemon bag ile motaro. Brag di varied. But now here's the funny thing. That day, had I not stopped Louis, Tita Okabe Ashui. Louis was over angry because of it was like you want to attack my mother. And none never to blame me Louis because of Obatla Majartinya Rona Mamarona Aliwan. I remember ke light Louis alwansa that boy ba re ba mo kile ka moteng ga go kotse ditone tsa dintšhatse because kante ntša inisi sa tsela teng e ka re ile e le go butwa bona go se go place something like that that is why a khonne go tsena mo jarateng
I chua le mo teng
ga go so Louis was angry ke tla Louis tse le pilar e kana khatileng a ke mo lighta so a mo ngata so ne dai le boy a ba dira so di ngata mo godimo mo wela e betsa mo dislocate dino ka tsele because of recovery e ka tsena mo jarateng o itse papaki wa bo wa ga modisama
coach
yeah papaki le is angry now papaki le you know papaki behave like o ka bona braka ke ra papaki ntuse pele re ntse di mane ko ntle ai papaki le wa betsa di papa no an angry person is over strong when Louis is also slender kan na so but Louis was over strong and over angry. And now I'm like, Louis has to because Louis was going to kill that boy. Louis was going to kill and Louis. Now I'm like, I don't want to do my thing. Because of he stopped the culture. And so I was avoiding that. Now Louis. Now I know a mental state or psychology to healing. So ke na mo leveleng ya ga Louis ke loka so I get tshwara Louis I can loka ka ene because he's angry I'm not angry but I can go to his level I can mo tshwara can still overpower me now papa ke ene ke tshwara Louis wa sharpa and I'm like papa ke man you know so mole papa ke abakara ba tlhaloganya di boy ka me re montse mo passaging a tswe ka kwa because ntwe le tonna a tswe go ntle kana he's bleeding my hand is cut you go be easy dama because see ke batla nna me se need to see dikele di gore Louis and I want this boy to get out of Jarata City the time is really busy tumelo ba tsena tumelo o mo kana tumelo o kragta ga mo se kro tshwara di tshipi da so tumelo o tlala go le busy ha tsena o batla go attack le ene ne because of re Louis ka mo re batla di boy out so everyone go blela fit lena I get saying sister waka mamaka Allah I will wanna protect my mother everything so tumela tsena wanted to attack because of uboni mama gage ababona Louis and wanted to fight and so ke be go tumela go man peace ka kopa pele le tse Louis le mo tseng mo tlung re ntse di boy re mo se kontle please and tumela understood fast because of le ena le go tsena mo state sa ga Louis a kwata understand na gore tumelo ke physically so ene go busy modima ba bereka mo site nyaka tumelo could understand me instantly aba tshwara Louis de ke tsa ga morsi ke go gela kontle kamadi hour and everything after that you go test kara an kan le shady ke magi a dai black because he cannot walk anymore to this located now no mo gela kontle ke be ba kopa kere and everyone was listening to kere ke kopa Louis ka ba go mo jarateng we stood outside about 30 mula ba tlala mo ntle ra dula mo fatshe let me tell you go bolela ka tsetse lo go tsagetseng everyone family ya gasi sidikele dikhe everyone bana ba gasi and sidikele di ba shimanyana hela ra ema strata sa tlala ke ra ba golo okay mo tharona mo ntleno let me tell you what happened why I want this guy and no one is going to touch him because of I'm going to take the blame I'm willing to go to jail for this one but I don't want us to kill this guy I want to set an example ka ene I explained to him for you still remember the 29th of January ke ka la mo Facebook ke rofilwe ga morsi e ke one le mtshwere ka mo metso ina ga se so ba ta go set up example okay ke tsere plastic zoro na la let me tell you ka 6 and 9 I ga me focal monkey na ke mangadiso ne plastic zoro no le re motho gala sukudisa ke metsa re over ka baraka ra gona o pebetsa le dimane ka anything o tlatsa please re tlatsa round mo ke o tla shapa ke mane ke shapa a di ka mo black sem go tlhamo ka metsa ba re founela maponesa one thing I'm going to tell you I'm going to name people that I'm proud of sponisa sa rona ke ba lwantsha ibile ke ba akgola I'm proud of them but I'm also against them because of within our police corrupt ke be ke ke founela maponesa founela ne because it's long back. I don't remember ke ile ka founela Sivuyo Makoloi le bra Diani Dipoko because of I have their contacts.
Yeah.
And our agreement was anything that has to do with crime, fast. You can call us. And they always answer my call. Because they know this is our agreement. Understand? We made calls there about phone. About the police. Tita was dislocated at Bitimola. Apart to what my little I remember my mother, he knows him when you have more. Oh, and I left my mother. Shamboleka was stopped. No, everyone is here. But while we were waiting for the police, let me tell you who and who arrived. By Lord, they were going to kill that boy alive. Only Louis, Louis, Panas Atla, Felix Atla, Tapel Atla, Le Hunt Bat. These are guys 6. Now, Felix le Tapel, banana body.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember it's a Tapel at Sena. Actually, scap scare. I don't have a boy. I threw myself. I was oversteered. I'm possessed of Marahoda. Kamolan Saranka scare so much. No, you have access to this guy, but you are not going to step him. I want him alive.
Because you're going to.
I want to set example like
arrest you
because of the logic behind this. Why I did not want anyone to touch this boy or to kill him because I want him alive. Now you can't black say. Felix anymore. I Sharpo that explain. And then everyone came down. Now, Peter Ubutida, Opala Tokotsama, it's a Venama Ponesa Emma. We pay Vene ourselves. Ka Emma Mula Apeha. I hope no one touched him. On a lemadi. I can share a picture of him leading a mosque in Allah at this thing. Alemadi. But he stood up more than ele. I tell him Vene Mapodis. Mapodisa Batsena, because Bankitanaki had the Hatana. So only to find demon on duty. Kiona akwadisa statement saka sayo the very same things. Kamara nta to hopola ke motho ba is long you won't remember bereka di tse dintsi. Ne a tsena ba ritsa. Kamara ma polisi ka tla le bolela se wani ne. Ni ma polisi ba le bereka. To halamba thoba. Anything happens le go batla nna ke Thabiso Macheoane. Ke na le case di dima. Ba mo pega ba vala. It was on a Saturday. Sunday morning ka ke le go police station. Ke lo go mmatla. Maponesa postman, the tenant Maponesa postman, but it's in Tumeleki. Our police, they judge you when you enter the police station. Now you know I'm always in Nanji, but I know my rights. I won't name again that police officer that was helping me because of sometimes when you talk about people's name, you have a personal vendetta against them or you hate them. Nalavi. I
know people use the Poppy Act.
Yeah, but now the Poppy Act take an appointment. I've been so hurt to a point where I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to go to jail. But easy. In other stories, we are gonna stop. But Omo pops William bottle one time. They practice somewhat onsi. Pops, I can do pops, they are not from local.
Yeah.
Kamara able to check, you can mean can join you can make problem. You come net from to a bottle. He gives a like must still bleed. In Sakani, they won't skip me. So can still be so I can give a comprat. Comprat. I don't know that. Sharpo, at Tenaco police station in the Sunday morning. Kababoteman, Mabano case is also. I know all the procedures to say when they arrest someone, they must record it. So this guy is a local guy. I love our police, and I have a reason why. But all about you, but matata aron. And happy on about innocent, even not happy on about victimizing. So this guy, a batla go nna nkana bona gore ke mo leader on a kera itse gore a e direng batla go nthena we ka re buka e le bula a e bula a re no man ka re Tebelelo Moses tita a ke mona dine ke Mabidu Street a re ke bona ka re ke nna ke mo Blackson a re ba kodile this was someone ka sambo ka re it was me a re ka ke go mo sheba go disele a re no because of ona le madi ona dutla o go hospital. I went to the hospital e mena na ke go investigate nna ka tsena go hospital ka bara ka re checka nyima ma ba no go tsagetse so a gona le dina le go Tebelelo Moses ba chika re tsema go register man tsena go register and I can see because sometimes Modimo works so in my favor to find people that knows me, that understand me and can even help me out you know. And then I don't remember any sister Marua I want ne abako abanili na khekile nkere okay sister I don't want to be seen like I am threatening people at the hospital because I know my rights. Yeah. Can you go and check is that guy still at the ward? Because of I cannot go and check him because he will get wild and he can open a case against me. So now I'm not here to hurt him. I just want to check what I'm told at the police station is it true? Is it true? Because of they are supposed to guard him up until I go to the police station. Hospital and go to the police station. I read. This is the aya. I don't know what in ila hayo na litem ker no man. Udo chile because why is working. Ay. Se had this all kore seba. Udo pelete ka se bono kore kini. I sharp. I left it there. Grant. Life went on ka 2022. Only to find kore these things are triggers. Remember, what trigger your mental health? What trigger trauma? What trigger depression and anxiety? Yeah. You forget about this thing. You move on. Along the way, you find it again. It triggers those things. Yeah. And then, so that incident, it triggered everything. I went back happy to square one. So I booked myself back again to FAMSA. It is now 2022, remember. Booked myself, and again, I'm still active, and so all these things they are triggering me because of I'm fighting this crime. And again, fighting crime as a crime fighter. Me and the group of crime fighters, we are being victimized by the police who are corrupt. Not all the police are against us. There are police who appreciate the work that we do. There are police, so they encourage these boys to open case to be resourceful and one thing. So what you are around Roma. So now I'm aware of these things. So I booked myself back to FAMSA. Going to FAMSA, they started to help me. They found me a social worker. Wow. Now it's the second time. Now this social worker, let me tell you, that person, she broke me into pieces and rebuilt me. Nice. Counseling. Nice. That's why now no one will ever go through me. No one. That person builded me. Her name is E30 Taylor. I think she's working at your wellness center, Kolomela. Still under FAMSA, if I'm not mistaken, if she hasn't changed, because of the time when we parted ways, she was transferred to the mindful time. Okay. So, Katsimula attended the session. And then she was able to see through me. I would sometimes close up, but she would break that wall. And then when after our session, revisiting the session, go high, but how did she manage to see that through me? And then Adula ra Gatendayalo. Up until she taught me how to stay intact, not to be triggered by anything. You know, I always want to know when even you can do anything that don't trigger me. I will look at you like this because of the way I was so challenged. At one point, I nearly killed a person. And in Malaya, I will come to that story. And I was going to kill him. So she builded me Abagrente, and I went back to the States again.
Yeah.
But remember, I'm still experiencing this thing of being, let me use the word bully. Because of what I'm a loner. I always live alone, I always walk alone.
alone.
But I have people, I told you, I'm dangerous on my own, and I'm living with dangerous people. By looking, when I call them,
they are there.
Sharp. Life went on, attending counseling. I don't remember 2022. I started, was it around March or May? And then we continued. And then life went on. I recovered from my breakdown. Silo. What you call, depression. Because of depression don't go away. It doesn't. It just Dula more, it get triggered and all that stuff. I recovered, and then to recover, I went on with life. Thank you. I went on with life. Up until I got another incident of crime, 2022. Now this one was funny because of I was always fighting crime. My families were attacked because now that means the enemy that I was fighting could not get to me straight. They were targeting my family. And then one incident happened whereby my family member was attacked. And then I picked it up, I did my research, and then I said, okay, sharp. I went social media I named those people. The reason why I don't name other things is because of in life we do mistakes and we learn from them, and we need to be given second chances. Understand? Now, when my family member was under attack, I could read to say, okay, you cannot threaten me, but not my family member. That one, I will F up people. I will only stop when I'm dead. On my family, give me waka, give wanake, give sister waka, give bro waka, give banabakha, and the other extended family. I don't care who you are. I don't care what weapon I'm using. I'm gonna F you up. I've said that before, off camera and on camera. I will F people up for my family. About 2 weeks back, someone was threatening me kapanga. I'm creating scenarios in my head. But we'll come there.
So they're saying you're crazy now.
Thank you. You say it. Okay, we'll arrive there. Yeah, my stories are telling. So,
but you have to summarize now the time.
No Sharpo Grante, 2022, this guy attacked me in 2022, November, and Shapaka Pangayi. When I come to Trisbego, why did this happen? Because of this guy, I remember him from this Sharp. There was a case against this guy. He attacked me on the 14th of December. I want to say it the time. 14th of December, got arrested. The same, and January 2021, the people were, I got everything was, the story came together immediately. Yeah. They were known and everything, but nothing happened. 2022, December, the 14th. The culprit that attacked me with a panga here was arrested the same night. It was 4 of them, but only one person was arrested. Bafana baka ko sa itin nila gishinti. Sa itin nila gishinti sa hostel.
Oh.
Sharp. And then, when they hacked me, maponesa baka ba tsara banalin na. They found a gun. But only find this gun, a toy. Which teaches me to say, we are robbed with toy guns. Because I get lan sa ganin, you won't know is it a real gun or not.
But others are using real guns.
No, wait a minute, real gun. But, maponesa baka tsara ni. Arriving at the police station, yes, a gun. Gun a toy gun. Understand? And it's like, what are these boys? They're using toy guns. Because pointing you only, you are like, pulling the trigger is dead. A knife and a gun, there are two different weapons. Sharp. That case of the 14th of December 2022. On the 9th of January 2023, I received a message to say that case is being withdrawn because there is no enough evidence. The 9th, it did not even spend a month. Remember, no enough evidence. What is this? It's not evidence. I've made your this pampiro J88. I went to the hospital like I file police at the counter. They lost that thing. Ne, nakin kanin na nakasla pardahat. Mama police they should talk about na useless because of they do useless things. They don't think to say if someone come to drop. Ne, our police why give useless. Ne, kibula case today. Babarat samaro tela kapampiri eso. Already hagi leave. This docket is leaving this place. When I come back tomorrow, ne, and I give them maybe a case number, it's related to this case number.
Yeah.
They need to write down somewhere or put this document somewhere where it will be collected, say this one is linked there. It will be traceable. But now, if it's not, they're not putting that mechanism in place, they will forever lose things. They're talking about useless. Sharpo, case air December 2022, it's like a January. Kini ka latela prosecutor ko court. Now, here's the funny thing. I can go court. There was the prosecutor, but prosecutor about on the passage of the court. Find me at the door. But you get a prosecutor, check man, I'm here man, I received this message that says, and then she read it. You know, no, there was not enough evidence. She tried to be, and I said, oh, wait. I took off my t-shirt in public. And this mark was still fresh. And I said, okay, wait, what is this? She was like, no, you know, sometimes I say, to hell with you. I walked out. Kanako Ewa, that case of 2022, Bampolela Bar, the investigating officer is so and so. In that week, Lavi, Kileka police station if there's someone in Rachera, Dukrutman, Bargiman, is now captain, is no longer stationed in Postman's Bay. Krutman postman, Adiani Dipo. Yeah, he knows me. I have great respect for Ene because of he made time for me Rabua and advice and Angaira Tonak. You are not that person. Don't do these things. You know that week alone, I went to see the prosecutor. I went to legal wise. Legal wise they pick up this Molau is a scam. Let me tell you something. They protect their client.
It's a scam.
I left that day. It was on a Tuesday. I went on a Monday, Tuesday. I still don't remember, but on 2 consecutive days. On the 3rd day, they called me to say, can you come and see us? I went. Magistrata at the prosecutor's office. Now, at the prosecutor's office, it was the IO, investigation officer. It was the prosecutor and supervisor or boss, I don't know. And it was this lawyer from Legal Aid. I get now, Bako Pansen, but him and I just flop and give no what's I told him, fuck the law. Because of law is a scam. You are a victim, remember, something that makes sense. Bampisa at the office of the prosecutor, it is 4 of them. I'm alone. 4 of them, entering the office, I said, before we start to talk, I asked for permission to record this conversation so that tomorrow it mustn't be like I changed things. I get Facebook.
Yeah.
That prosecutor is no longer, it was a lady. I don't know her surname. I don't know slender, so I think she's a colored. Now, this other guy's name, who's the supervisor, Jonathan. And then she says, okay, because I know her. I don't know this guy. No, okay, let me, Jonathan, can you record? Jonathan, these people, let me tell you about the prosecutor says, NP, Jonathan was sitting like this. No, you cannot record. And I said, okay, if I cannot record them, I'm not going to say anything because of tomorrow. It's 4 of you, I'm alone. No, but now we started to talk, only to find out the conversation is going to what they want from me. When I picked that up, only to find out the investigation officer has never seen the docket. Never. It's for the first time in this gathering of the 5 of us in this office. She's confused. Investigation officer. That's why I say I have 2 sides of our police. I respect them. They are overwhelmed. That's mess. in our justice system of postman. Maybe I can be Majanga in this one. Majanga need them also. Now, when I pick up to say, Neyman, I'm going to give these people what they want. And I cannot talk without recording this. I won't talk with you. And now you see how I talk. This is my tone.
Yeah.
And then this Jonathan guy says to me, hey, you won't talk us like that. Because of and then I went out the office, I banged the door. And because he stood up coming to me. Now let me tell you, Lavi, when my senses are active, I can read your mind, I can read your action. So I said before he reached me and drag me out, he was going to call the security. The way he look like and even my security they know when I enter there, they give me what I want. They know me look magistrate. Now when I went out of the office, I opened the door. Now the passages of the magistrate were the now those security guys by his error, they were smiling and I was like, check out the one thing about you. Nonsense. But the whole article, the very same thing by the very same criminals. Because of Labi, the said truth about this crime thing in our community, Postman Torkini. You are just a victim in waiting. And how it's going to happen to you is going to differ from me. And the difference between me and you are a woman, I'm a man. During that process of robbery, rape, now I always remind people to say, if you defend crime, I will love the day I will like, welcome to my well. Yeah, I tell them. The people that I've sit down and talk with them about crime. Sharp, I went out the magistrate court. They followed me. Now the investigation officer started to put a story together and she called me in. I went to her. And then she took the second statement. The second statement of the 2022 case. Now, hang the second statement on target to dira J88. You mara rewa na sister. Mun mini kom malmaki. Kasi mali. Taho rakar to dira J88. We can go back to. I was attacked on the 14th of December. The 15th of December, I went to make J88, and my name was written there. I can trace back for if you go with me, accompany me to the hospital, I will do it. But if you don't, then I won't, because I keep saying I don't have life.
So Ray, got this thing to how the Layana. Can I get a delay a wall?
A wall.
The missing. What happened to Wanyatoti? Why was that Lona Wanyatoti? Because La Wanyatoti in Leang, at least Bunyan, Singwas in Sidiragala. I've not done. And number two, I'm only going to give this platform for these two things. Like the victims, le advice, or about the law. Badire yang bae kai re khona go tswalelela show
Wanyatsotsi la tlamelo pizza gang for round 2. Wanyatsotsi was killed by South African police services in Postmasburg together with the district. Like go bolela the pops in the postman,
yeah,
but understand that Wanyatsotsi e operator yang they appreciate Wanyatsotsi. Maponesa amantsi ba tletse mo police station ya apartheid there's darkness in that police station. Things that happened during apartheid. I will take it another day, not traumatized. I no longer want to go to that place. Every time I go to that place when I love you, I pray for let me not be triggered. Now Wanyatsotsi was killed and suffocated systemically, technically, came SAPSI and community. Because remember, CPF, 2024 before the election, Colonel General community in briefing. Have you ever seen CPF a patrol?
No.
Never. They came and I told them in the meetings that we want to say, CPF is politically driven because Postman, everything on Postman is politically driven. If it doesn't have political influence, it won't go anywhere.
Never to advise you on
Advice.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, understand.
I'm sorry. There can always be
when I team ya because I'm having 4 sitting cases in Maponesa now.
Yeah.
I had to go to media, a coordinator from district had to come. Because I find them useless. When I was searching for my things that was taken by case 2024, I'm a victim, I'm a victim of crime. Instead of bumping the tops, they go to say about the Duritsak. Bumping the tops, what I treat like I'm a criminal, I'm traumatized, I'm a victim. That's where, let's go back to.
I'm gonna call this episode part 1. There is going to be part 2.
So, part 2, go and sit down with your team. The pops in it. Part 2 by the listeners. In the group of the pops, the warrant officer that called me, I've heard the captain now. The way he connected the criminal police. In a warrant officer
up to date.
Up to date. Like what's up? Captain no. Warrant officer Seboko. Kenan case 2024, which is the 3rd case. 2024. But all my equipment. Like in the camera, 2 laptops. 2 hard drives, the memory card and everything. Okay. One card. For him too. There's the 3rd case. 4th case, Ketselwa ke ngwana wa bruru wa ka khotsa sister wa ka ke motsi. Ha ke ya go ba bolelele. Ba tsela ngwana bone part. In the case ya teng now ka di 25 or 26 March, dead boys appearing in court.
Which is saying
one is bruru. I ka te pele go bolelele. More cases in 2024, people died for my things and they still gonna die.
Ray.
This is what I mean. Part 2.
Ray.
Nakabolaya. Let me tell you something. Sheba, let me tell you something. How lawyer can lawyer? How opela can opela? How tseka ka tseka? How la ka la? Because of I'm killed by the very same people that get second born. So now let me tell you, with all the experience and the things that have been happening to me, they victimize me. I have no one but myself and my God. 2024, someone died. If you want to know who died in the case of 2024,
no.
If you want to know, it's a part 2. So advice people of Postman's Bay, we will never ever win crime in Postman. I think sometimes last week, there's a dead body found in Momaranti. Let me tell you, when the trend their crime in Postman is Amayang, every quarter in a year, there are 4 quarters, every 3 months, there's at least 1 murder, Postman. So meaning in a year there's 4 murders. So if that means if there's 2, there's death there. We have useless.
And no one knows.
No, wait a minute. We have useless station commander. Why am I saying this? By 2022, the community of Newtown Ilea M. That's around the drugs. What about MEC? Hey, what's happening? The people who was fighting that, they were victimized. That's what you're about part 2, my sister. Is the trend there Postman crime? Now going back to the useless station commander, has the station commander ever called the community, starting from Buchoko and of Santabani, the greater Buchoko, the greater Newtown, the greater Postdini, the greater town area, Skefontein, Marimani, Heaven. Has he maybe said, okay, I divide Santabani municipality into the greater Buchoko, the greater Newtown, the greater Postdin, the greater community of Toropo, Khurumbatere, Skefontein, Genevene, Marimani, 8 areas to see. We're going to have 8 meetings. with this Tsantlabane community to say, people, we have matata a crime. I get a suffocate because of Kawanya crime, boom. Emona, on said, I told you, rare or vehamu.
Okay.
Sharp. Now, station commander, even the station commander, because of, let me say, I'm the police, you are the community. You are supposed to say, people, we are having a problem of this kind of thing in general. What do we do? Because of like I told you, saying there are people when the police are going to search for criminals, they fight the police. But the very same people, when they are in trouble, they call the very same police. Now, if the station commander was not useless, like I say, he was going to call us in as the community to say, let's have a dialogue so that we are solving this thing in Putialon. Sharp. At the meeting. Hey, Rona, community, hey, blah, blah. We did that Kawanya Toti. That is why we can solve our Tata Akasia Rona. Emerald said it Toti. Bits of part two. Bits of part two. Name Abu community discuss, and then from there, I can report about district team. Go up in Tenia Bonin Kimba. Okay, that's what about useless. From there, we're working with the community. Maybe Refana Maponesa. Refana na community to say, okay, sharp. Now, this is what we don't do. We don't protect crime. I come to your house, only a suspect of crime. You open your doors for me to search because we are all victims here. But if you are closing your door for me to investigate crime, you are making the matter worse.
Yeah.
Because you the very same person. When you understand because of but give one criminal. There are police that are honest. There are police, and we talk about which police are working. One of the guys who are patrolling, I have respect for the constable. Captain, Baba the officer by the rank by constable about the rank of my sister. Now, how do you know? Suggestion. Barking a lady to create a scenario in my head. What's the meaning of creating scenario in your head? Now, my advice is, but to a postman, if you are not prepared to die for what you believe in, la holla cause cause. I have because of I feel I've been even the same one even one year to that I was part of. When I was Rob Cup 2024, they failed to help me. But to bound over to sa olane bone. How are you to say Robert the very same one year to failed me. I have developed a strategy of saying I'm a one-man army. Okay. Mfana o kino ona ntertena ka panga 2 weeks back. Let me tell you something. I've much to lose for it say some fail popo ke go ibolaya. Even how can you bulile a millionaire? How can you batla madi at least? But imagine ke tsa nyaupe boy ke go molaya. I have much to lose, my sister.
True.
I know my worth. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. Imagine how the champion is campaign. Fail pop.
We lay to their level.
Now, but what possible now I feel you have failed me. You get a bit of meeting kilo one. But similar up until Kaba Karika thing ya now or never.
I remember.
There are people who always support me background because I know how does the criminal how does the police, the intelligence work. If you fight, they build a case around you as a syndicate. The planner is a syndicate. Now one. There's going for part 2 because of 2024 useless and group. They were going to build case against us to how did you there's this way that
implicate.
There's this law about who deals for not a scenario man. I will remember it. gore le planner conspiracy to make raw something like that. Maritse ba mpona ke le one, but I was speaking with people ba ipotsa gore ke bo mang emela ke tle ka tsala police station ke le one. The 18 October 2024 I didn't go to a Hokano Mos, I didn't know because it's one of the people I can respect. But Kaki Baroha Bote, Hiroka Station Commander until a cleaner, Ubutele Murutimo Rake, why is the Kavan Saba Bote? That's why I'm ready to live or to die to go to jail. Because when you are a group, this was united, Ronaldo community.
Divided.
Now, not develop the strategies I'm a one-man army. And I can because that's what I can. When I fight, all my senses are active. I can hear motola abua, to hana ho eza, to hana ho smela, to hana ho sensa. Now to the community of Postmaster Bay, like 2 weeks back again, the community of Postdini me fighting the drugs a lot. Like they called me for round 2. To blela di bitsarang di go kae. Kini ka bua mo Facebook kere, nna ke go dira license e ntšha le ID. They brought themselves back. Ditsotsi say they follow us on Facebook. It is monitoring spirit. So sometimes I keep mabane. I keep mabane mabane I send a message out on Facebook to say there is something happening. And if you general or district camera general, if your police are not going to do justice to this, just start a heart because of it touches my family member. So but our postman if osa rela or lavi, you got my back, I got your back. So no one is having my back. I got my back. Meaning I know what's coming behind me.
You are a lone survivor.
So postman, na advice to go na nyo le magwala. Le magwala. Because of ribuan to A1 over and over ever. Nakibuan to looking I was patrolling at night. I have great respect, as much as learning in Kimolans, the former station commander, Colonel Andres Verdboy. I still have his number. I was the Colonel Verdboy in our before Katsama. When he gave me his number, he also told me, you can call him for anything and at any time. I will activate the guys. I get a I was reporting, but honestly more before Anakatsama. Why isn't he more take a lane? Because of can you feel sometimes remember Rebecca Lebato, when I would do a plan saying, only to find I'm going to step your bed. True. Understand? So there was before Katsama. Can you get an impression of any? Why is it? This is one year to suffocate kisaps. But Colonel Andres Verdboy appreciated 1 year to but on a clear pressures from somewhere. But it's a colonized Hotsama. What's another present station commander? I'm not afraid to call his name, I just come respect. Maybe I'll meet you. Because what about Intimo Postman? How about each station commander? Because of another community, but of faith. Ne, relance the criminal. Bata maponesa balwansa rona community e relwansa the criminal. Gore re ba protecta the criminal. So but postman, my advice is let's stand up and let us be one and let us be prepared to die for what we believe in. So long as we sacrifice, more especially when it comes to crime, nothing will happen. Now the drug dealers. Okay. Because I get they are following me on Facebook. Baromela bone bafanaba. Ka case here last year ka di 9 tsa May when this boy took my phone. Are ki bule ke gana o itse ka re ke motsa o batla mo teng ga phone I want to see are you working with the police.
Yo, I'm sorry to cut you, Ray.
I'm
sorry to cut you.
No,
Ray,
you're not cutting me. That's the end.
Time is against us. Thank you. Thanks a lot for coming in, Ray, for sharing your story. But ya gago yone ki buka.
Ki movie.
A day, the whole day yela re dutse re gaseletsa. Guys, Ray string. Give me strings, give me strings. Strings, the guitarist.
Yeah.
No, it's like it will be a guitar. Linalaga olewa Sarafina. Thank you for tuning in, guys. This is your girl, Lerato Mongaike, aka Mamaga Kazimla. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, Sonolo Podcast, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, bon Rohotle. Korobatanteng, we are there. Love you.
Thank you.